Hello everyone, it's Davide here and welcome back to Learning Finance. So in today's video guys, it's Friday, the market is closing and we are going to do a recap in terms of graphs and technical analysis to understand where we are in the stock market right now and can it continue to go up. So we will take a look at that. The only thing I ask you guys as always is to leave me a like, and you're gonna help me a lot with the channel to reach more people, and subscribe to the channel. Let's begin. Alright guys, so here is the Nasdaq, and if you remember from my previous video that I did the last Saturday, we were right here and I told you, look, be careful, this is a key point. So this green square, I told you that it was very important for the market to bounce back from this green square. If you go to take a look at the previous video, you will see that, because here we had the risk that if the market were going below that level, we could have had something like that, basically a downtrend. Okay, the start of a downtrend for the Nasdaq. Anyway, that key level has held very, very strongly, and the market bounced back on Monday, and we had a very positive week. And where we are right now, we can see clearly, we just hit that trend line, negative trend line, and the Nasdaq actually yesterday and today just closed above that level. So this is very interesting. Very strong market, the Nasdaq at this point. So bounced back and it break that level. So that is very interesting. So now at this point, I will just delete the green part here. And let's take a look, and we can do that. So the minimum of the 21st of September and that one of the last week. So as you can see, we had this triangle, and now the Nasdaq looks like it broke that level. And so very interesting. We will see how the next week will go, but that's a sign of strength for this market, the tech market, and we will see that the S&P 500 is not as strong in this moment, and we will see now pretty soon. In the relative strength index, so the RSI, we have that yesterday and today we broke this downtrend as well. So as you can see over there, this is a sign of strength over the market. So this bounce back from the key level, it could be the start of a new cycle, and we see that from here, and that can be, in that moment, can make us think that it can be another bullish cycle. So if that happens, we should break the previous highs, so those one that we made in 12th of October, around $12,200. So if that is true, we could break those levels in the next week. Or another thing that the market can do is to just touch that resistance here and then have a little bit of pullback in that trend line and then try to break it later on. So that could be another bull cycle for the Nasdaq. We are going to see the S&P right now. When we take a look at the S&P, this is the S&P 500, we see that, as I told you in the previous video, in this case, this blue line was key. So the market has to bounce back from 3,200 points. And again, very well, the market has done that, very, very precise. So on that blue line. And now we can just delete that one, so we are going to better understand the situation right now. In the case of the S&P 500, we are still inside that triangle. It's pretty clear from that, because the market was weaker than the Nasdaq, and look at that. Today and yesterday, so Thursday and Friday, we hit then trend line, but the S&P 500 hasn't been able to break that level. So you see here how it has been rejected. And so in this case, the market is obviously less strong than the Nasdaq. So once again, the tech industry is very strong so far with this pandemic. Sometimes it doesn't make sense anymore to be invested in other companies. I know that it sounds strange, but it looks like that, especially at this point, the tech stocks are just too much. You cannot compare them with anything else. And also, usually we used to take the S&P 500 as a benchmark, but it could be that in the next years, the Nasdaq should be a benchmark, okay, in my opinion. Anyway, let's see the relative strength index, so the RSI. We see that even in this level we broke. This is a 40 period RSI, so a long-term RSI. And we can see that once again we broke that level today. So it's a sign of strength over there. Anyway, different from the Nasdaq, the S&P has not been able to break above this triangle. Once again, if we break, we have the height that we make in October the 12th, around 3,550. We will see what we'll do the next week. Anyway, it's pretty clear and neat to see how that has stopped perfectly the market yesterday and today as well. It's been a very great bounce back. We are stuck in this triangle with the S&P 500, and something that could happen the next week could be that this moving average, so this is the 11 period moving average, that blue one over there, and that one the 22 moving average, and it could be that the market could just retrace back. That moving average will be like here, and then trying to break once again that level over there. So if we go above that triangle with the S&P 500 as well, we could have the confirmation of a new bull cycle that could, once it breaks, could face that high and that high over there, which we make it the September 2nd. And after those levels, basically we don't have any references anymore. The sky is the limit. It should be once again all-time high. We will see. Obviously, I expect that to happen on the Nasdaq. It should be more likely. We already broke that trend line. So if it gets confirmed on Monday, it will be very likely to the market to go to attack the resistance and try to break it. The RSI is signing that the market is telling us that the market is quite strong right now, and that bounce back has been very positive, because otherwise we could have gone to a more negative momentum in the market, and as I told you in the previous video, that will not be positive. Now we can see that compared with the previous part of the year, here the trend has been quite strong, okay, almost vertical. We had from March through there, and now you see how it is changing. This is clear. The difference is pretty clear. So the angle, look at the angle over there. You have that one and then that one, but that's normal. That was not sustainable for the market to go up vertically like that. But as of now, we are still in a bull trend. We will see if that gets confirmed in the next week, but we don't have nothing to worry about so far. As long as we hold that level that I showed you in the previous video, so this kind of area over there, and we are fine. So I hope you find this video interesting, guys, and leave me a like, leave me a comment below. Tell me if you think that a new bull cycle will happen with Christmas, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.